Jerry Hale managed to grab the inside lane in Bob Fendler's Waikiki trolley, which put the Wildfire with Mark Webber in lane 2. Steve David and the Gaylords unable to start Heat 1B, so it was a two-boat race, and as we said, a heck of a race it was. Good start for the Wildfire, good start too for the Waikiki trolley on the inside from the O'Doul's Eye in the Sky. You see the Wildfire started to pull ahead around turn 1, the Aloha Stadium turn, but Jerry Hale stepped it up along the buoys.
Remember that Waikiki trolley boat is also a sister ship to those Pico American Dreams. Pretty good race boat, and when it gets the advantage on the inside, a faster race boat like the Wildfire certainly is on the outside has a long ways to go around, and it makes for a great boat race. If we could set them up like this, we'd have great racing all the time.
Coming down the back stretch and into the Pearl City turn for the first of 3 laps, it appeared at this point that Mark Webber had the race in hand, and the Gregory camp on shore saying, okay, good, we're doing very well, but look at this.
And there's a very graphic example of the advantage on the inside. You saw the Wildfire out ahead, but Jerry Hale doing a nice job of slingshotting the yellow boat around the turn right on the buoy line. A big advantage, and he took the lead right there, but now once again, here comes the top end of the Wildfire. It was back and forth throughout this heat.
As they crossed the start-finish line and headed up for the second time into the Aloha Stadium turn 1, Mark Webber getting by Jerry Hale to the outside, but once again, the O'Doul's Eye in the Sky, we see how Jerry Hale took advantage of that inside lane.
You have to hand it to Jerry Hale. He was co-rookie of the year last year, spent a good part of the season back in the slop as a trailer boat, which they make you do for a while, literally got his brains beat out, but he has really learned to drive these big boats after many years in the smaller ones. And right here, he's given Mark Webber, one of America's fastest race drivers in the limited ranks, all he can handle in the Wildfire.
Halfway through the race, once again into turn 2, and look as Jerry Hale begins to move up on the inside.
The Waikiki trolley, by the way, is one of the devices you use to get around Waikiki, sponsoring Bob Fendler's boat here, the hometown ride. And again, they're going to come down to finish lap 2 side by side. This is great racing.
It was a little rough through that turn the second time around for Jerry Hale. And then as again they crossed the start-finish line, again, Mark Webber stepped on it and started to come by. We're changing angles here, but you can see that Webber had nosed out ahead at that point.
This boat has a great top end, as we've said before. At the end of the chute, it's probably the fastest boat in the fleet. Not the quickest off the exit pin, but the fastest at the top end. Now we've got 3/4 of a lap to go and a great boat race.
Jerry Hale, who must have run about a quarter mile less in this heat than Mark Webber did, taking advantage of the inside. This last time as they came down the back stretch, Webber opened it up.
And look at that great boat ride. This boat had been in the garage, obviously, for half of the season. Jim Lucero was involved with the sale of the boat to Kim Gregory, also put it together for this race, and has done a great job. Now it's going to be a drag race down to the checkered flag.
Mark Webber in the Wildfire on the outside, Jerry Hale on the Waikiki trolley on the inside, and this is where we saw the power of the Wildfire. Side by side, and then suddenly Wildfire was gone to take the checkered flag in Heat 1B here at Pearl Harbor. Mark Webber picks up 400 points as your winner in Heat 1B, followed by the Waikiki trolley, and as we mentioned earlier, Steve David not able to start, or at least not able to finish in the Gaylord's restaurant. Steve, talk with the winner.
Well, you get a good, strong boat on the inside, and it's not easy, huh?
No, it isn't. It's a long way around Hawaii. This is not an easy course to. You would definitely want to be in lane 1. But, yeah, Fendlers, they did a good job. We just had a little bit more smoke on them. I was going to go for one, and I didn't want to be that early. I figured, I just did another circle around. Lucero was talking to me in the ears, and he didn't like it. So it was a fun heat.
Lane 1 at high speed with a good quick boat on your right, and you got to be a little careful, but you still want to go fast.
Oh, absolutely. It felt like we were carrying him into the turn real good, and pretty much through the turn, but coming out, he had the exit speed, and we just had to giddy up and go the best we could, and it was a heck of a race, and Mark did a heck of a job.